Hi, my name is Benedict Dungo, and I'm going to do my laboratory exercise number 3, fulfillment process. What is a fulfillment process? Fulfillment process is what happens in a company when an order for a product is received, the fulfillment of the order. This includes warehousing, finding the item order, packing it, shipping it to the right address. Um, we have two questions to answer again right now. The first question is enumerate and explain briefly the steps in order fulfillment. There are 17 steps in order fulfillment. Uh, the first one is maintaining inventory. This is the first one. It means keeping enough product in stock all the time. So when a customer look at, for example, the site, they can see all the products without saying, this is out of stocks or that. The second step is responding to sales order. This is to determine availability and location in inventory, knowing if we still have it in stock. That's what this responding to sales order means. Number 3, confirming pricing. See, making sure customers are aware of the price of the product all the time so that they won't be surprised when they're going to pay for the product. At least they know the pricing already. Number 4, configuring the order. Especially if there are more than one product, customer can clearly see what are they purchasing. See if you put them in order so that the customer can see what are they buying, and so that they will know what else they need later on when they're searching for other stuff. The fifth step is booking the order. Placing the order in the inventory system for what was ordered. It's like when they clicked it, our system will immediately search for the inventory so that it is ready to be purchased by the customer. Then the next step is acknowledging and confirming the order is booked. So letting the customer know that what they are purchasing is already available and is set for them. Invoicing and billing the customer. Invoicing and billing is after they start shopping or selecting the product they want. You will go to the next page of the system that shows the items on the sides and how much are the prices of each item, and the taxes if there is, or the discounts if there's discounts. Step 8 is determining the shipping address when where items will be sent. Okay, so of course after you send the invoice and for the billing, the next step will be the customer will try to input. We will send them a request asking for the details where the product will be sent. The right address, or if there's a PO box, if they gotta send it to their house, or if they gonna send it to their work. Um, Number nine, sourcing the order. This part is more for the part of the seller. Uh, as soon as we get the address, for the seller get the address, uh, the seller can now determine if those items that the customer asking, if we have a warehouse close to the address, so it's easier for the business to ship it to the customer. Next is determining the carrier will be used to ship the item. See, this is a there's a two-way bit with the determining the carrier, because sometimes some sites they they give you option they give you options, whether you ship it by UPS or the postal service and other carriers. But if there's no uh, other carriers, for example, some sites they have only exclusive carrier for UPS, then that's the only carrier. But usually, customers have the options to select which carrier they want. 11 is issuing order changes initiated by customer after the sales. See, at the end of all the process, there will be an option that will be asking the customer if they need more changes to their items before we finalize the order. Maybe they change their minds, they find another better quality or lesser price, then they have the option on changing it. This is the step 11. Step 12, as soon as there's no changes, is processing order. This is the part where the business physically go to the warehouse, pick the product, package it, and send it to the warehouse or to the distribution center. So they'll start gathering the items that the customer ordered. Then the next step is the company start the shipping order. This is step 13. This time it may go directly to the customer, uh, or the company will still send it to a distribution center that they are in tie-up. And number 14 is delivering the order to the customer. So this part is the two-way again, either to the selected carrier of the customer, for example, UPS, or to the distribution center that the company or the business uh, was tied with. So they're the one delivering it to the customer. And number 15, uh, settling, receiving, and processing payment for the received order. Okay, this is the part that the company will get paid if the item was already delivered and received by the customer. Okay, number 16 is handling returns of unacceptable or damaged good by either refilling the order or refunding the customers. See, this part, it depends on the business. What are their return policy? Maybe some of the items that in the selection during the customer was trying to buy it, there's some notification that no return policy, or you can refund it for certain amount of time. And the lastly is for the company to updating their inventories. So whatever was sold, the company will started to update their inventories. This answer question number one. Okay, let's answer question number two. What are the steps of supplier evaluation and selection process? There are 5 steps on the supplier evaluation and selection process. The first one is the supplier identification. Supplier identification. The company must sort out and identify all its supplier to whom the paid invoices over a certain period of time. This means that a certain business always has a reliable supplier at hand. Um, there's a list for that too. Step two, supplier segmentation. The long list of suppliers to whom the invoice have been paid must be segmented. This helps to find those suppliers that are capable of contributing to the business strategy. Limited number of suppliers are worth the time and effort to build close relationship and partnership. This is after you identified all your suppliers. Now you usually the business choose which supplier are better at certain products, and they put them in one list, and the mediocre one is on the other list. Step 3, relationship analysis. Relationship analysis are for the top segment suppliers classified as interesting to build a partnership with. Company must determine the existing relationship type. See, as I said, there are some lists. The top list is for those who are giving a good service to the company, and some lists are for the bad ones. But that doesn't mean that this good suppliers won't be able to or won't stay good. So some of them become bad, and the list they go to the mediocre list, and some of the mediocre list become really good at delivering their products to the business. So they go to the top ones, to the top list. So that's the relationship analysis is for. Step 4 is relationship management. Relationship management is for the top segment supplier. The existing relationship type needs to be managed toward the ideal relationship type, which is to leverage core relationship type. See, this one is the one that on the top list, that we have a good relationship, and to maintain that type of relationship with a good service and quality. And the last step was step 5 is evaluation. On a regular basis, the SRM result and lesson learned need to be documented and evaluated. This will lead to series of recommendations towards businesses, like integrating the top segment supplier for now research development activities, or proposing to restart. See, at the end of the day, we still evaluate each suppliers, so that we always get the best suppliers in the business. This conclude laboratory exercise number 3, and thank you very much.